Hey fellow Gaijin Vagabond and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're setting sail for a truly unique destination, the Rabbit Island. That's right, we're heading to Ōkunoshima, a little slice of paradise nested in the Seto Inland Sea just off the coast of Hiroshima, Japan. Now, picture this, hundreds of adorable fluffy bunnies hopping around, greeting you with twitching noses and curious eyes. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it is. But Ōkunoshima is more than just a fluffy paradise. It's a place of stark contrast, a place where the playful innocence of the rabbits sits alongside a history that's both fascinating and incredibly sobering. So, what can you expect on this adventure with me? We'll be navigating the journey to Rabbit Island, from the bustling train stations and the charming port towns to that exciting ferry ride. And of course, the moment we step onto the island and are greeted by those adorable bunnies. We'll explore the island, get up close and personal with its furry residents, and share some tasty treats with them. But we won't shy away from the island's history. We'll delve into the shadows of the past, learning about Ōkunoshima's role in World War II as a secret chemical weapons factory. We'll visit some of the historical sites and understand how the island has transformed into the unique sanctuary it is today. Finally, we'll take a break to enjoy a delicious meal before taking the ferry back and reflecting on the journey, the history, and the unique beauty of this unforgettable place. It's going to be a journey filled with fluffy cuteness, historical insights, and some serious delicious food. So buckle up, grab your virtual carrots, and let's go explore Rabbit Island. Imagine a place where the air hums with the rustles of leaves and the soft thumps of tiny feet. A place where history whispers on the breeze, and the most charming of residents greet you with twitching noses and curious eyes. This is Ōkunoshima, affectionately known as Rabbit Island. Nested in the Seto Inland Sea off the coast of Hiroshima, this island is a haven, a sanctuary for hundreds of adorable fluffy bunnies. But beneath the surface of this fluffy paradise lies a history as dark as the soil itself. Getting to Ōkunoshima is a straightforward adventure. The first step is to reach Tadanoumi Station. From Hiroshima Station, the bullet train or local train to Mihara Station, followed by a transfer to the JR Kure line to Tadanoumi Station, is the most common route. From there, it's a quick 7-minute walk to Tadanoumi Port where the ferry to Ōkunoshima departs. The ferry ride itself is a breeze 15 minutes. For those driving, ample parking is available near the port. The salty air, laced with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and anticipation, greeted us at Tadanoumi Port. A charming cafe and souvenir shop beacon, a cheerful prelude to the adventure ahead. We purchased our tickets, the crisp paper a tangible symbol of our journey, and settled into wait. Then, a ferry painted in a delightful palette of pink, its cheerful facade a perfect match for the day, glided into view. This was our transport, the boat that would carry us to the fabled Rabbit Island. Even on a Sunday, the port wasn't overrun. Perhaps the island's remoteness, the journey requiring a dedicated effort, kept the crowds at bay. But for us, the challenge only intensifies the allure. This island, with its promise of furry inhabitants and untouched landscapes, was a non-negotiable stop on our itinerary. The boat ride itself was a joy. The rhythmic strum of the engine, a steady heartbeat against the vastness of the sea, filled us with excitement. Watching the main line recede, the familiar coastline dissolving into a distant silhouette was exhilarating. The feeling of leaving the everyday behind, of embarking on a true adventure was intoxicating. The day was a gift bathed in sunlight. The sky, a brilliant canvas of azure, was dotted with playful white clouds. The sea, mirroring the sky's hues, stretched endlessly before us, a mesmerizing blend of blues and greens. The perfect conditions for our journey to the island of rabbits. The moment our boat docked, a flurry of movement caught our eye. From the dapple shade of the trees, a wave of rabbits, a patchwork of white, brown, and gray, hop eagerly towards us. Their twitching noses and alert ears signaled keen interest. Without hesitation, I reached into my bag, my fingers fumbling with the familiar crinkling of the packaging. Pulling out a generous supply of fresh cabbage and crisp green lettuce, I held it out, ready to offer a feast to the welcoming committee. The rabbits, emboldened by the promise of a tasty treat, edged closer, their soft fur brushing against my legs as they anticipated the first bite. This idyllic scene, however, masks a complex and sobering history. Ōkunoshima is a place of profound contrasts. From 1929 to 1945, Ōkunoshima was not a sanctuary for bunnies, but a clandestine factory, a hidden cog in the war machine of the Imperial Japanese Army. Concealed from the world, this island was the epicenter of chemical weapons production. Hidden within the abandoned factories and laboratories, the island's workers manufactured a deadly arsenal, including mustard gas, a weapon designed for prolonged agony and injury. The very air, once filled with salt-laced sea breeze, became thick with the acrid stench of poison. The workers themselves, predominantly Korean laborers, endured unimaginable hardship. Forced into servitude under inhumane conditions, they suffered grueling shifts, inadequate food, and brutal treatment. Exposed to the toxic chemicals without proper protection, they suffered chronic illnesses, agonizing physical deformities, and a tragic high mortality rate. Their suffering serves as a stark reminder of the brutal realities of war. Today, Ōkunoshima stands as a place of solemn remembrance. The skeletal remains of the factories and laboratories serve as a silent witness to the island's dark secret. The Ōkunoshima Poison Gas Museum meticulously documents the island's history, offering a stark and unflinching account of the island's past. Yet, in this place of shadows, life has found a way. The presence of the rabbits, a symbol of innocence and vulnerability, only amplifies the profound contrast with the island's grim history. As I wandered through this transformed paradise, the sun kissed my skin. The air hummed with life and joy. Gone were the remnants of forgotten past. Instead, an exquisite tapestry of nature unfolded before me. My senses, once dulled, were now electric. The rustlings of leaves, the earthly scent of the forest floor, the riot of wildflowers, it was a feast for the senses. But the true heart of this sanctuary, the reason for my frequent pilgrimages, was the thriving rabbit community. Watching them thrive, hopping and nimbling in their natural habitat, was like witnessing a miracle. Their twitching noses, their fluffy tails, their boundless energy, it was a delightful spectacle. Each encounter was a moment of quiet magic. I would approach slowly, speaking softly. I offered a small token of my appreciation, a crisp piece of cabbage, or a segment of carrot. The anticipation, watching them approach, their little noses twitching, was a stress reliever. The sight of them eagerly accepting the offering was a reminder of the shared bond between all living things. Even the smallest details spoke volume about their thriving community. We spotted countless rabbit holes, tiny doorways into their secret world, a testament to their safety and prosperity. Feeding these gentle creatures, watching them enjoying a simple meal, was a truly adorable and heartwarming experience. It was a connection, a silent conversation. With my phone battery flashing a desperate warning, we knew it was time for a strategic pit stop. We found a charming little spot, and the chance to recharge our own batteries, both literal and metaphorical, was too good to pass up. As we settled in, we noticed a pen fluffy, long-eared rabbits hopping about nearby. The simple act of watching them and then offering them a few leafy greens we'd managed to scrounge up ignite a delightful hunger within us. Fueled by the sight of those twitching noses and the prospect of a delicious meal, we made our way to the inviting Usanchu Cafe. The warm, inviting aroma of cooking filled the air, promising a comfort and satisfaction. We were ravenous, and the menu filled with tempting Japanese comfort food only amplifies our appetites. For our main course, we opted for a satisfying combination of classics. First, a generous portion of takoyaki, those iconic perfectly spherical octopus balls. We watched with anticipation as the crispy exterior gave way to a soft, savory interior, each bite bursting with flavor and topped with a swirl of tangy sauce, dancing bonito flakes, and a dazzle of creamy mayonnaise. To balance the richness of the takoyaki, we choose a steamy bowl of takoten udon. Thick, chewy noodles swarm in flavorful broth, studded with tender piece of taco, savory wakame, and vibrant green onions. The warmth of the broth and the satisfying textures of the noodles were pure comfort, a perfect antidote to the chill of the afternoon. And, of course, no adventure is complete without a sweet finale. We couldn't resist the allure of a classic, cream soda. The bright green soda, a testament to artificial melon flavor, was crowned with a generous swirl of soft cream. The cold, creamy contrast to the bubbly soda was the perfect refreshing finish to our meal, a sweet reward for a day of exploring and a promise for more adventures to come. We savored each sip, fully recharged and ready to face whatever the rest of the day held. As we waited for the ferry, surrounded by the fluffy white tails and the echoes of tiny feet, I found myself adrift in a sea of emotions. This island, so seemingly idyllic, had woven itself into my heart. The joy of watching the rabbits, their playful antics, their simple trust, felt amplified by the weight of the past. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of life, of the importance of peace, and the enduring power of hope. I learned that beauty can bloom even on the most tainted soil. The rabbits, in their innocence, had transformed a place of sorrow into a sanctuary. They became a symbol of healing, a gentle reminder that even after the darkest chapters, life finds a way to flourish. The lesson of Ōkunoshima is one that stays with me, that we must always strive to remember the past, to learn from our mistakes, and to work tirelessly for a better future. It is a call to vigilance, to empathy, and to the unwavering pursuit of peace. The departing ferry took me, along with memories of playful bunnies, a renewed sense of purpose, a commitment to life's beauty, and the unwavering strength of hope. May we all be reminded of the lessons of Ōkunoshima and strive to create a world where the innocence of the rabbits can truly flourish, unburdened by the shadows of the past. Looking forward to our next hopping adventure. Goodbye.